Okay, I'm going to be grating some Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese imported from Italy. Whoops. I'm going to grate the whole thing and use it for 2 different recipes. Here's my grater. Yeah, I got this at Publix. When I saw it, I had to grab it because I used to cook authentic Northern Italian cuisine all the time, and they use this cheese a lot. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. So let's just go ahead and start grating. Freshly grated Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. You can't. So I'm going to be doing this until I get it all grated. Yeah, this looks good. So let me see if it's showing up here. Let's go ahead and yeah, I'm going to be grating. Oh, it sure does smell good. So let me go ahead and grate the whole thing, and then I'm going to save it for 2 recipes. Today I'll be making potatoes with this. So let's just, yeah, let's see. Oh goodness, it's going in, no wonder it's going in here. I have the, I forgot. I got this thing, no wonder it's not coming out. I just bought this grater. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Actually, yeah. I forgot that I have this thing. You know what? The way I'm doing it is fine. Yeah, that'll work. So let me just keep grating. Yeah, I love Mediterranean cuisine, and I love authentic Italian cuisine. I'm not exactly sure if this is quite authentic Italian what I'm making, but it's very close to it. It's I used to cook lots of authentic Italian cuisine back in the late 1990s, and I loved it. I remember some of the dishes, so let me just finish grating. Let me tell you, this really smells good. Nothing like freshly grated Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. Boy, does that smell good. Okay, I'm pretty much done. I'm not going to worry about this. This is really hard. I'm going to throw that out. So here's what I got. And that's enough for 2 recipes. Let me clean this up, and then I'm going to get my chopping mat out, and I have some other stuff I have to do. Next ingredient is 2.5 tablespoons chopped rosemary. So we're going to chop this rosemary down. Yeah, I noticed the Italians love their fresh herbs. So I'm just going to go ahead. Here's my tablespoon measuring cup. If I remember correctly, when I did this before, I think I just kind of took it right off of the, yeah, that'll work. 2.5 tablespoons fresh rosemary. Some of the middle part is kind of tough, so I usually like to take it right off the, yeah, see this middle part right there. I've got plenty of rosemary left for another recipe. But when you're cooking authentic Italian cuisine, they love to use fresh herbs. I remember that about. So I'm going to throw this out, and let's go ahead and get 2.5 tablespoons out of this. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be about right. I'm going to be making a roasted potato dish with this. It's going to be roasted in olive oil. And so, okay, let's go ahead and get that chopped. And then when that's done, we'll move on to the next step. Looks like I may have to get another sprig of rosemary and chop some more. I need 2.5 according to the recipe. Let's see how we're doing here. That's about 1, 2, Actually, I think that is about right. I was right. That is about 2.5. So I guesstimated right. Yeah, when you chop it down, comes out to about 2.5. Okay, let's go ahead and work on some other ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven to about 390 degrees. So I'm doing that right now. And let's get, yeah. Now I have to prepare my 3 potatoes, and believe me, they need to be cooked. Now the recipe says to cut these potatoes into wedges and coat them with the olive oil. What I'm going to do is to prevent them from premature browning, since I tend to be a little slow cook, is I'm going to throw the olive oil in here and then throw the wedges in there right away to prevent them from browning. Yeah. And I noticed the recipe does not say to add salt. And I think it's because the Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese is going to have plenty of salt in it. These are kind of old potatoes, so I'm going to kind of play it by ear. They need to be cut into wedges and see if I see any brown spots. I actually like potato skin. It's got a lot of nutrition, but I think I'm going to cut off some bad spots if I see them. Yeah. Let me go ahead and cut these into wedges. I think I'm going to leave the skin on. I happen to like potato skin in roasted potatoes. These are kind of old potatoes though, so let me just kind of check them out. Let's go this way. Here, okay, I'm throwing them right into the oil with the skin on. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, there we go. I'm throwing them in the oil just like that. If I don't take too long doing this, I may not have to, actually, let me take a look. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I'll cut this kind of like that. Go this way. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this for all the potatoes and get them in here and cut them into wedges. If I see any black spots, then I'll use my gouger here and take care of it. Okay, they are cut into wedges. I forgot to mention, before I brought them out here, I washed them all with a potato scrubber and so that the skins would be pretty clean. Now let's go ahead and coat them with olive oil. The olive oil's in here. We're going to go ahead and spread them around. Yeah, there's 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in here. Okay. Actually, I'm surprised. The potatoes don't look too bad, considering how old these potatoes are. So I guess they really do store well in the bag. And yeah, I'm spreading them around so that they're coated all with olive oil. Okay, let me get this. Thing I'm going to do is mix together the rosemary with the Parmesan. You know what? I don't want to use all this. Hold on, because I'm saving this for another recipe. All right. Yeah, I definitely don't want to use all this, so we're saving this for other recipes. Actually, I'm going to throw in a little bit more. The recipe says about 2.5 ounces, and I have about 3 ounces in here. I'm kind of guesstimating. And then we're going to go ahead and throw this in here. Actually, let's do it this way. So now we're going to mix them together like this. All right. Oh, I can already tell this is going to be good. And throw in some, you know what? Yeah, that's good. The recipe that I got online leaves a lot of stuff out, so I'm just using my cooking common sense. Okay, it said to, I'm going to reserve a little bit of this for later, so that when I, let me throw in a little bit more in here. Yeah. This is just to kind of throw it on over it when it's done. Okay, now let's go ahead and add some pepper to this. It says to add some pepper. Of course, the Italians would use freshly grated pepper, but that's okay. I don't have to do everything perfect. Okay, that's good. Now, the next thing we're going to do is add to the potatoes, mixing to give a good coating. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Add to the potatoes, mix to give a good coating. Let's make sure my camera is on. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mix this around. Coat all the potatoes. Now, it didn't tell me to use a cookie sheet, but common sense is telling me that I should use a cookie sheet. So I have it over there, lined with aluminum foil. Because I've noticed with all potato dishes where you're going to boil the potatoes, and it didn't even mention leaving the skin on, but I just happen to think that a recipe like this would be delicious with the skin on the potatoes. So I'm using a little bit of my cooking common sense. When it's done, I will let you know. Besides, there's a lot of nutrition in potato skin. Okay, let's go ahead and lay it out here. Yeah, let's go ahead. I know I'm not in the range of the camera. I'm going to be putting it within. Let me move the camera over. Yeah, God. Cooking with a camera is difficult, let me tell you. Here, there we go. That's kind of like, there we go. So I'm going to kind of spread it out. And try to get it in a single layer as much as possible. Because common sense is just telling me that you want to do that, you know. Yeah. Okay. This looks like it's going to be really good. I actually like it that they didn't say to put salt in it because I don't like too much salt. We can always add that in later. I like to be able to taste my food, you know. So I'm kind of spreading it out. Yeah, I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, that's pretty spread out. Hold on. All right. I'm sure the oven is preheated by now. So we cook it for about 40 minutes. Okay, and when I'll pull it out in about 40 minutes. The rosemary I used, I got it at Publix. Actually, the potatoes, I'm not sure where I got them from, but the cheese and the rosemary is from Publix. Yeah, Publix has good cheese and spices. I just pulled them out of the oven, and here's what they look like. Okay, I'm kind of busy, so I'm going to just try them in the plate like this and let you know. Let me go ahead and sprinkle some fresh cheese on this, like that. Just make sure that yeah. Okay. I'll take a little one. Has an interesting flavor. The recipe did not call for salt. The good news is I can always add some. I actually like it. I could use a little bit of salt. For people that are on a low sodium diet, They can salt it according to their preference. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt. The good news is you can add the salt, you know. That. Interesting. I'm thinking that I may want to add salt to this. No. It was good. I'm going to modify the recipe and add in a little bit of salt. Probably put in about a teaspoon. I like it. It's actually pretty good. I just need a little salt, and adding the fresh rosemary in with the cheese is a nice plus. Oops. Let's go ahead and get some a little bit more light here. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, I forgot. I don't have that. So, see if I can get a little bit more light. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not bad. So I have actually modified the recipe to make it so that it comes out looking like that. It looks good.